Okay, Rostermania. We're back. Every Tier 1 team, every pre-SI roster move in as little time as possible. Timestamps for each region are in the description. North America, 6 teams at SI, qualifiers are done at the time of recording, and essentially all moves are confirmed at this point, though there is still a little bit of shifting. OXG and SSG didn't make any changes. XSET transferred their roster to M80 in an org trade because M80's CEO Marco is XSET's old COO and wanted the team under his wing still. Less about XSET getting out of the scene and more about M80 getting into it. So if you ever see XSET, they are now M80 and vice versa. Beast Coast is dead.
He's fucking dead.
Whether the old team still retains their NAL spot or if the license reverts back to Ubisoft isn't public yet, but Beast Coast never had a team get above 6th place and were always a revolving door. Sucks for the players that they've dropped, but how much here we've actually lost is a matter of interpretation. Parabellum is also dead.
He's fucking...
But in a different way. Whole roster's been released to free agency while Parabellum evaluates its options for a comeback in the new NAL season. Again, it sucks for the players getting dropped here, but Parabellum is hell-bent on sticking with Siege through hell or high water, so hopefully their comeback is worth it. TSM minus Bolo. God, this whole list is full of joy at the moment. Lost the legend to retirement after a nearly 4-year career, a few trophy lifts, and 1 hammer raised. Bo wants to go back to his content creation roots and feel less like a robot pursuing more competitive glory, and honestly, I don't blame him one bit. Just hope he gets what he's looking for and hope that the scene doesn't suffer too much as a result. Good luck, Jason. Astralis, minus DP Fire plus Spiff. Team wanted a shakeup after a bad back half of last year and went with a call-up from Tier 3. No CL experience, but did win 2 seasons of SFCL and 2 splits of SCS. Posted a .98 career rating in SCS, used to play vertical, but now plays frag. Trial by Fire having his first Tier 1 play be at the Invitational. Dark Zero, minus Eclipse plus Gavini, and they kept Skies, who was convinced to stay on after filling in for a stage. Gavini won CL last year with Reality TV, posted a 1.19 rating playing Frag Ops, and according to Skies, is willing to be molded and has a very high skill ceiling. Also gets Trial by Fire, but will be interesting to see how this version of DZ works out. Sonics, minus Kansan plus Citizen. Biggest change of the offseason behind Bolo's retirement, as Sonics go back to the import well to enhance their lineup. No question he'll enhance their killing potential, but dropping Kansan raises questions about their flex anchor play in his absence. Definitely looks like an upgrade on paper, but ballin' at what cost? Also, Mirage played quals with Hyper, but he's announced he's not with them anymore, and rumors are circulating about their current status anyway, so hey, that could change tomorrow, who knows? Europe, 7 teams at SI, qualifiers are done, all moves are confirmed. BDS, Rogue, Secret, and Wolves didn't make any changes, except Rogue is now Koi. That's something we're gonna have to get used to. For those curious, it's not that Rogue just transferred their entire team to Koi, it's that Koi bought the entirety of Rogue. It was mostly for their LEC spot, but they just absorb all of Rogue's additional operations anyway, so welcome Koi to Rainbow Six Siege, I guess. G2, minus Citizen plus Benja. Had to make up for that Citizen void somehow, so they snagged Benja from Heroic's bench. G2 gets a Danish player back on the team, which should be good because they haven't won anything since their last Dane left. Good team on paper if Benja's next to Doki on entry, but arguably the better pickup is Titan as an analyst because G2 had an allergy to support staff for a really long time. So hopefully this can turn into something spicy. Heroic, minus Benja, minus Mello, plus Noodle, plus Sloth. On this episode of What is Mr. Officer Smoking, Heroic drops their best player and a rookie that they signed and went to a major with last season for a rookie who played in the Mexican League, and Sloth? Again? Zero clue what direction Heroic's going with in this, but it better be something special or it's going to leave everyone scratching their heads for a long time. Also, apparently, it was meant to be Oscar and not Sloth, so he's just an emergency sub, so whether Oscar comes in for Stage 1 next year, I don't know. I don't even think they know. Eminem minus Neo plus Nathan. Kind of seemed like it was Neo's time to go. Eminem stuck with the same 5 for a whole year before they made any changes, and went back to somebody that they're familiar with who's good in the right system. It could be an upgrade all around, and honestly, massive props to Eminem for sticking it out with the same team for so long, and still qualifying for loads of events last year to figure out where the real problems actually were. I really hope this works out for them. Outsiders, minus Rask, minus Milon, plus Shepard, joystick moves back to player, and Jack is their coach now. The entire ex-Empire core is back in Tier 1 after getting brainlessly dumped on the side of the road after SI last year. If you rooted for this before, you're rooting for these guys now. Might take a bit to find their form after not playing as a consistent team last year, and them not winning SI quals is basically proof that it'll be a little bit before they do, but the grind back to glory starts anew with the new season. Na'Vi minus Nathan plus Jegs. A weird Twitter announcement, if you can call it an announcement, confirmed Jegs' addition to the team after Nathan's transfer to M&M. He's a CL runner-up from 10-star, and he had a 1.35 rating on Sophia doing it, and honestly, I just want Na'Vi to win something again, so I hope they don't drop their team just because they lost SI quals. That would suck. And TT9 is completely different now. And they have Prano, which is good. I mean, I hope this works out because, look, can anything save them at this point? Brazil, 4 teams at SI, qualifiers are done, basically everything is announced at this point. Liquid and W7M were the only 2 that didn't make changes. Team 1 is now Los 1 with an updated logo, basically a merger between 2 existing brands. I think the new logo is cooler, but it'll be weird calling them Los 1 for a bit. Black Dragons minus Perez plus Live. Perez was their best player and got them to a major quarterfinal, and he is repaid by getting benched for a guy who really hasn't done anything of note in his whole career except be on FaZe Clan. Okay. FaZe minus Cameraman plus Vitaking? I'll figure that out later. In pretty heartbreaking fashion, Cameraman apparently found out he was off FaZe through leaks on Twitter. Super storied career now suddenly on hold, and it's unclear what he's going to be doing next. Vitaking brings captain and hard support experience from Brazilian Tier 2 with Magic Squad, and FaZe is hoping that it can take them back to world number 1 sooner as opposed to later. Furia minus STK plus KDS. A year of languishing at the bottom of BR6, and suddenly Furia saves this former major champion from complete obscurity. He wasn't incorporated fast enough for Furia to win SI quals this year, but if they can get back on track and KDS returns to his old Team 1 form, they could be a real problem again. MIBR minus Raps minus Lukid plus Nigel plus Dodez. Wait, they already benched Dodez, never mind. MIBR fell off the face of the planet last year, and so they went to the well of Tier 2 talent. But even they don't seem like they know what they're doing right now, and I doubt even Tom Clancy himself could sort this one out. NIP minus Kamikaze plus Cons. The Psycho Kamikaze duo is over. Long live that guy that used to bottom frag on Santos Esports back in the day. Remember that? Nobody remembers that. Cons has been grinding with the Bodega farm team in Liga 6 and was on Tropicaus in Stage 3, so NIP scoop him up as a hard support replacement, presumably. They also grabbed T-Chubs as a coach after stints with both Team 1 and Double Zero Nation. Also, Tropicaus haven't announced their replacement for Cons yet, and Double Zero Nation have lost 2 players and their whole support staff. The bottom of the BR6 barrel is truly a cruel place to be. Also, Double Zero Nation's a pretty accurate name to the amount of Copa Elite 6s that team has been to since they've come to Siege. Just saying. Asia Pacific, there's a lot. Here are the highlights. 3 teams at SI, quals are done, and lots of teams made changes. This list is essentially in flux, so there's some stuff we're still waiting on. Cyclops minus Gatorada plus Arcully, Dom1 minus Katseng minus Rin plus Harper plus Soldier on loan. They also need to loan themselves a different logo. Jesus Christ, this one looks like a seatbelt. Direwolves minus ED minus Reaps plus Harambe again plus Ray again, Fav minus Taipon minus Kairazor, Fury minus Hajime, Sandbox minus Shio plus Mephi, Talon minus Demic minus Hetty, Tide minus Hysterics, Wildcard minus Vincer. Also, Spear Gaming and Reject are both dead. Gaming Gladiators had to drop their team due to lack of info from Ubisoft. And is that all? I think that's all. Hell yeah. I guess it's SI time.